Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do my first impressions on the Asher Full Titanium Spiro. So, you guys saw that I unboxed this a couple days ago. You probably saw the review of the G10 titanium one. So, titanium lockside like this, but then this scale was G10, right? So, I don't need to really harp on too much here. I did try to do a disassembly video of this knife along with the first impressions a few days ago, and I'm an idiot. I'm going to start by saying that. It was my fault. I could not get it back together. I, for some reason, was being stubborn, and I kept trying to put the pivot through this side, I think, and into the D shape when it needed to go through the D shape into this side. And I'm an idiot. And Justin from OCD for EDC helped me figure it out on the live stream on Thursday. So it's not the knife, it's me. This thing is actually really easy to take apart and put back together. I actually have Gillian bearings in here now. It's something I really wanted to try. They went in perfectly. It is stupid smooth. It's just as like droppy as it was before. But it's going to break in even more, and there's absolutely no play. There wasn't before either, but I just want to point that out. It's so smooth, man. And one of the things Gillian's can really help with is what I call blade wiggle. So when the knife is not open and not closed, so in between open and closed, sometimes you can feel a little wiggle in the blade because the bearings aren't like perfectly solid. Because every knife company uses those bearings with the ass end of the cage, so it's not just Asher. And the Gillians are a solid phosphor bronze cage with the bearings inside. I've probably shown this before, but I'll just show you again to make my point. So here's Gillian's, right? You'll see here there's no ass end to the cage. It's just a solid phosphor bronze cage, and then they pop the bearings in, right? See that? Whereas on like normal bearings, I still have a bag of them here from swapping. You have this side that's like an ass. So this looks like the Gillians, and this side looks like an ass end to a cage. I don't know why they do that. It must be cheaper. And then I guess they pop. Maybe it's to keep the bearing in. Maybe that lip hangs over. I don't know. But they all do it, and it's really annoying because, in my personal opinion, it causes there to be instability. It's not as rigid as a solid cage would be, right? So anyway, I've noticed that you can get some wobble like that, and then when you swap them out, all of a sudden it's gone. So anyway, this thing is locked up like a tank in all aspects, and it still is that smooth. It feels like butter. I mean, this is an $85 knife, I believe. So just absolutely fantastic. Now, what's different? Well, it's full titanium. So you're going to have this black backspacer, I believe, on the G10 one. I think it might have been jade. Can't be sure, though. Might have just been black, actually. I don't know. I don't have it here. I have it out on loan. The only thing similar I have is the Nomad frame lock, which is basically, you know, exactly what that Spiro looks like. Just, it's the Spiro instead of the Nomad. This one's black, so I don't know. Yeah, guys, something real exciting. Do I have Gillian's in here too? I might. The Nomad is coming out in a titanium frame. All right, sorry, I ran out of storage. The Nomad is coming out in a titanium frame lock in a full titanium like this, and it will have M390 steel. And it's going to be right around $100, which is bonkers, right? I think that's incredible. And then I think there's also going to be M390 blades for the steel with JG10 version. If I got that right from Justin, I'm not sure. But anyway, exciting things coming for the Nomad. I think there's also going to be a flipper version of this knife. I should have one of those coming in this week, which is awesome. And just really excited about Asher right now. So anyway, Just, yeah, visually, I think it adds a little bit of pizzazz to this knife. I've always liked Ashers. I love them. Justin is one of my favorite dudes in the knife community, and he's a buddy. I can wholeheartedly say he's a buddy. I love the guy. And I really like his designs. I like all of it, right? But sometimes you want a little bit of color, right? Like the Ashers tend to be black G10, gray G10, right? That kind of stuff. So I really like when it's a full tie like this. One of my favorite knives from Asher he's ever made is the Silva here. This is one of my favorite just like frame lock flippers. The action is incredible. The detent is dialed to perfection, and it was $98.50 with a reversible clip. You know, just really, really, really good stuff here. And I love that it's full titanium, and it makes it an open canvas, right? So you can do, you know, you can mod this however you like. Although you could mod G10 too, like a frag pattern would probably be cool on a G10 one. But anyway, I'm just saying. And then I think the flipper variants are going to come in a blue color, as well as maybe, was it green? Something like that. So really cool stuff coming from Asher as always. But I really like this full tie version. The bigger thumb studs, the blade is fantastic. S35VN. Again, you've seen basically this model with the G10 show side, so I don't want to go crazy here. But you know, the hardware and everything is going to be satin like this instead of black on that G10 one. Action phenomenal with or without the Gillians. It was just like this. Really, really good looking knife, feeling knife for, you know, sub $90 or $90. That's pretty incredible. I really gotta, you know, I can't say enough about how cool Justin is and what he does for the community. He's not trying to, you know, just take over and make all this money, and you know, he's basically doing projects so he can do the next project, and you know, hopefully eventually the company gets big enough where he can have all the models in stock, and then he's, you know, making a regular profit. But right now he's basically, you know, doing one run to pay to do another cool design he has in mind, right? And I really admire that, because he's like us. He's just a knife guy at heart, right? So yeah, anyway, I'm really digging this knife. This has been my favorite Asher to carry so far. Before then, it was the Nomad frame lock, and this is still one of my favorites because of how just thin and small. I mean, just look at this thing. It's an absolutely thin monster of a knife. It's just so cool, and it still is. But this has become my favorite. I love these big thumb studs. They really fly out of there. I can reverse flick it with ease. I can do it all day, no problem. Detent is dialed perfectly. And I love the extra weight of that titanium show side. I love the look of it. I mean, guys, this thing looks and feels and acts like a knife much higher up the food chain. You know, I would definitely see people paying $150 for this easily. So the fact that he's offering it for $85-$90 is pretty impressive. So if you're interested in one of these, hit me up. I will see what he has available. I know he's kind of doing them in drops on the website because he assembles them himself and tunes them and makes sure they're perfect. So, you know, that's just kind of how it is. So if you want one, hit me up or hit him up on Instagram at Asher Knives, or me at Lefty EDC, and we'll see what's in stock, what he has made, if we can get you one. You guys can always go to the website and see what's available. Use my code LEFTY10, LEFTY 10, for 10% off your order at checkout. And yeah, so that's the Asher Spiro full titanium frame lock in S35 VN steel. Really, really digging that bad boy. I think I'll just leave it at this. I don't think I need to do a full review. I pretty much went over the knife. I've reviewed the Spiro like 4 times at this point. I love the knife. It's a great knife, ergonomically, action, cutting. It's just a good EDC knife. That's You know, the easiest way to put it, and that's what you want to get when you spend, you know, less than $100. You just want a good EDC knife you can use, right? And this is kind of a showpiece and a user, and it kind of just checks all the boxes, right? So, yeah. Love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.